So some of you all may know more of my past than others. Some of you know the things that I did that I said I would never do again. Some of the things that I got into that may have caused me to lose my house, ruined my finances, and I lost control with it, and I'm not proud of that. But that was then. That was a long time ago. I thought I had gotten past it, that I didn't feel those desires anymore. But anytime I would see something reminding me of those pasts and the allure, and see somebody doing those things, I would stop and I would pause and I would think, well, what if? Just one won't hurt, right? A little one? I thought I had stopped hearing it call to me. I thought that I had gotten past that, but I was stronger than that. The call has gotten louder and louder. And even though I've met new friends and don't talk to the friends that I had back then when I was doing those things, some of the new friends is like, you know you want to. It's not like it used to be. Things have changed. Things are better now. You can't get stuff like you used to get back then that caused you the problems. This stuff now is better. I've even had friends say, tell you what, I'll give you a little bit to get you started. No obligation to get more. Just see how it makes you feel. See what you think about it. The voices got louder. The drive got stronger. And I've given in. But this time's different. I know last time caused me all kinds of trouble. You know, it could have been why I lost my house and had financial troubles and all that stuff. But this is different. I can control it this time. I know what I'm doing, and it will be okay. I will keep it under control. I've got it. I've got it under control. There's nothing wrong with just stepping into the dark side just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with the dark side. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know the dark side? Have you touched the dark side? It feels good, doesn't it? Everybody wants to. And it's easy, just a little thing. Things have changed since back then. They're easier now. It's not like it used to be. You can get the stuff a lot easier. People don't give you the looks that you used to get. Yeah. I said I'd never go back to the dark side. I said I'd given it all up and I had better things now. The dark side's cool. It's not dark at all. Do you know what it is? Do you know what I'm talking about? Well, here it is. Yep. I've given in to the dark side. Now, I don't have any fish in it yet. I've just set it up. But I figured I would bring you all along for this. I figured I'd bring you all along for this journey as I set it up. And I should have done it from the very beginning. But I knew if I didn't just do it, that I wouldn't. Because I've told myself for years that I wouldn't do another saltwater tank. So, I'll go through what I've got right now. I've got aragonite sand with... There's a total of about 60 pounds of sand in there. 10 of it is live sand. And I've got a bunch of corals in... Not corals, but used to be corals, so would have been live rock. Then it died off. So call it base rock, lace rock, dead rock, whatever you want to call it. It's stuff that I had in some of my freshwater tanks. With the purple on it is an artificial live rock created by... Oh, I'll look it up and I'll put it... I'm drawing a blank. I can see the box. I can see everything about it. But I'll put it like on the screen or in the comments or something of the company and what it's called. But they send you select pieces of their man-made live rock, basically. Currently, I have a heater in the tank. That'll be coming out soon. I have this wave maker. It'll be adjusted and probably added another one. And I've got it running off of this canister, which I hate canisters, so it's going away. And I'm working on setting up this sump. And right now it's just a 29-gallon tank with pump and return lines going in it. And I've got a little bit of media in there. And that's why I still got the canister going. Is because the media in there is what has been cycling. So I've just got to work out to get that media into here. And what else I'm going to do with this? I'm going to add baffles. I don't know if I'm going to or not. Not sure if I'm going to do a protein skimmer. I might. The issue with using a 29-gallon with my current setup here is I've got 6 inches of clearance between the bottom of this stand and the top of the sump. The pump that I used, can't see it because I've got all the lights off on it. Because I'm going to leave the lights off for a while. But the pump that's in there is a pump that I had used. It's not the exact one, but it's the same model as I've used on ponds and tubs and stuff. So it's overpowered for this system, and that's why I've got that little diverter, little T in the line going to the tank, so that some of the water pressure from it goes off and diverts back into the sump. And then I've just got it coming up to a homemade inlet. The solo cup got my attention and distracted me. That is my tool for priming my overflow and moving the water from here to there and stuff. But I've got a hang on the back overflow, and because the pump was so strong, I had to work out a system to keep it from flushing or gurgling, making a lot of noise. So the system right now still makes a lot of noise compared to the freshwater systems that I have, but I'm working on that. Down here, the water flowing, not that bad as far as noise, but I'm going to look at ways to reduce that also. And I'll put all of my heaters and everything down in the sump. But for right now, where it's been running just on the canister, it's up here. and that will take care of everything in the tank there. I didn't put a background on it because from here I can look through and see the overflow, I can see my connections, and that way I just double check on stuff. But yeah, the only living thing that I know of that I introduced in there on purpose is a nearite snail. I've got that in there, going to leave it in there for a while, and then we'll look at fish down the road and see how that goes. And it's not the most ideal setup. I wouldn't, like if I was to pick my perfect setup for saltwater, this is not what I would pick. It's a 55-gallon tank. I would have went with 75-gallon, which or larger. I thought about doing a 125, but I don't want to. I want the saltwater tank to be in the house, and I decided not to bring a saltwater or a 125-gallon tank in the house. There's been discussion of if I'm moving at some point in the semi-near future or not. And then the way this house is built, I would need to go under and reinforce the floor and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just lazy. I don't want to do that. But 55, I had this here. It's a tank that I got through club auction for like 20 bucks. And I already had the glass tops. The metal stand I got at a swap. I wouldn't use a metal stand for saltwater, but it's what I have. I wouldn't have used the 29 for the sump, but that's what I had. I'm using stuff that I had to save the cost. The plan is to make a front for this using probably some real thin like paneling or something, and where it's a metal stand I could probably use like magnets, so just magnet it up there to have the panel held up by magnets, and then when I need to get in the sump, just pull the whole front panel off. I don't know what I'm going to put in it. Do you have suggestions? Do you have saltwater and you like, oh, it would look great with a Royal Grama or whatever? I'm not sure. Probably definitely going to get clowns and just have to, think about it as I go. I've got an old light on it right now. Haven't been running the light. Don't plan on running the light for a while. It gets too much light as it is just from the room for what I'm wanting to do for cycling right now. I'll probably fall back into corals. I said I wouldn't, but I said I wouldn't do saltwater ever again either. But here I am dabbling in the dark side. What's your thoughts? Have you ever done saltwater? Let me know in the comments. What's your tips for someone getting back into saltwater after 20 years? A lot has changed. A whole lot has changed since I got out. I've done a little bit here and there between then and now, but it never progressed at all. I'll start setting a tank up, and 2 weeks later take it down and say, I said I'd never do saltwater. But this one I'm going to stick with, and I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to go through all the struggles of the dirty phase and buying fish, losing fish, salt creep, and all of that. And I'll take you along with me. I know that most of you all are primarily freshwater keepers. And I'll show you if I can do it with my old knowledge from 2 decades ago, then you can do it too, and we'll struggle together and learn together and go. I will add more rock probably over time, and that's something the sump's going to benefit with too, is I can put it down there also. But 20 years ago, whenever I did this saltwater heavily, you could just go out in the ocean and get live rock off the reef and buy it that way, and it wasn't as expensive as it is now, since for some reason going out and destroying a coral reef like that isn't highly looked upon nowadays and isn't quite legal. And I'm kind of joking in saying that because I agree with that action that, you shouldn't go out and destroy coral reefs. But yeah, let me know what you think. Did I make a huge mistake by going into saltwater? What's your favorite saltwater fish? What fish should I look at getting? Remember, it's just a 55-gallon tank, and I'm going to have about 15 gallons of water in the sump, roughly. So we're looking at, 70 gallons worth of water, and the footprint of a 55. What fish should I look at? What's your favorite? What's your experience of saltwater? And we'll go through this saltwater tank series one step at a time, and you get to see my struggles, my accomplishments, my failures. Probably more failures than accomplishments, but hey, we'll have fun with it. If you want to know anything specific about what I did here or something that I didn't mention, let me know. If you want to see something special, let me know. If you want me to get a certain type of fish, I'll look into it. It's saltwater tank on a budget. Alright. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that to see the future stuff. Like, share out, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.